they're about to do it. I think they're genuinely about to do it. The Celtics just played against the Heat in a big time game 6 in which the Celtics needed to win their third game in a row to force a game 7 so that they can advance to the NBA Finals. And it was a back and forth contest, amazing game. I can't even remember the scoreline. I think it was 105 to 103, something like that. But Derek White, with the last second buzzer beater, put up the shot on a layup. Literally 0.3 seconds left on the clock was when he released the ball. And he put the ball up and won them the game. And it was a big time game of runs where you saw the Celtics go on a decent run, then the Heat go on a decent run, the Celtics go on a decent run. I mean, the Celtics didn't even play amazing offense by any stretch of the imagination. They weren't great on offense, holistically. Like, their starters were okay on offense, and bench wasn't great at all on offense, at all. But somehow they clawed it out. I mean, the Miami Heat, they could shoot the ball, but inside the paint, they were getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bam Adebayo put up, I think, 10 or 11 points. Not a great performance from him. I'm just in awe right now that the Celtics have managed to pull it back to 3-3. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit in the NBA playoffs. And they brought it back, and they could eventually complete the comeback by winning on Monday night. Yeah, first things first, the Miami Heat didn't play great. Jimmy Butler didn't play anywhere near the level of Jimmy Butler until the end. He was facilitating a lot, which was a bit weird to see him not really attack Derek White, especially Derek White guarding him. I think Derek White did a decent job to deter him from shooting at all. Marcus Smart and Robert Williams as well, during their periods guarding him, did a decent job to stop him shooting, turning around shooting, trying to drive in for a layup. So he had to keep passing it out and knocking it out, which was working sometimes for the Heat because the Heat could knock down the 3-ball. But when it came down to attacking the paint, it was incredibly difficult. And I feel like their runs started too late for the Heat. They always were one step behind with the runs and always just one possession back, you know. So when it came to the possession to take the lead, they'd maybe equal the scoreline, or like they'd maybe equalize the scoreline, or they just pass it by one. They passed it by one in the fourth quarter, for example. And then the Celtics went on another run, and then they tried to catch up, and Derek White scored a buzzer beater. They were always one step behind. And I love Eric Spoelstra more than most people love Eric Spoelstra, to be honest. Maybe I love him a bit too much. But I feel like Duncan Robinson needs to be in this game a lot earlier than most of the time when he did come in. I mean, he was in the second quarter, and then he was in the fourth quarter. I didn't play any game in the third quarter, and the third quarter is when the Celtics went on a run. And in the fourth quarter, when the Miami Heat came back, it was because Duncan Robinson was in the game. Duncan Robinson coming off of a great game. He's showing that he can put the ball on the floor and drive into the paint. He's showing that he can cut as well, and not only be that catch and shoot 3-point shooter. So I feel like there should have been some adjustments from Eric Spoelstra, but when you lose to a buzzer beater, like, you're dejected, you can't really say much. But yeah, Derek White put up a great defensive performance, incredibly good defensive performance, and then managed to play amazing offense with the tip-in. Who'd have thought Derek White would be doing a put-back layup against the Miami Heat to send the Celtics to a Game 7 after going 3-0 down against the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. But what can I say? They're going back to the TD Garden, and can the Boston Celtics come back from a 3-0 deficit? Can they do it? Can they win the game? I think they can. I think the TD Garden is about to be bouncing, like absolutely bouncing. And I don't know if players like Duncan Robinson, players like Gabe Vincent, maybe a little bit, players like Bam Adebayo, to be honest, can take that kind of heat inside a building, that sort of built atmosphere, especially in Boston. Boston is a... what's the word? Boston is a crowd, I'll say that. Boston is a crowd in NBA terms. So I feel like it's going to be a really hard matchup. John Mazzulla, great coaching defensively today. Even Eric Spoelstra, great coaching defensively. Wow. All I can say is wow. And Game 7 we will be there. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you man in a bit. Boom.